Hello viewers, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tetris Effect. In the previous episode, we conquered World 2. In today's video, it's World 3, and I gotta be completely honest, I don't like the look of this world. Normally, deserts are like really nice looking and things like that, but this one just kind of looks a little bit bland and generic, and all the assets look like they were made on, in 2 hours or whatever. Like, it doesn't look nearly as high quality as the rest of the game, so that's probably like my first big complaint so far. But other than that, it's a pretty fun game, so it's gonna be pretty fun. And what's also pretty fun is the fact that I start work today a little bit later than usual, yeah, which means I can record stuff. Yay! And that probably doesn't matter by the time this video goes up because this will probably be uploaded like a couple weeks after I record stuff. So that's always exciting. It's also always exciting is whenever you try swapping out a piece, but it becomes the same one anyway. And that always is amusing. I did not want that there. I wasn't paying attention. I gotta pay attention more in this game. Alright, that worked. So let's move that over here. I think the big thing that annoys me about how this world looks is that the camels just look really out of place. Like, the rest of the sand looks pretty nice, and the effect of, like, the sand going across the area with the wind and the sunset over there looks really nice. Most of this level looks nice, but the camels just don't look good. It's really, really annoying me. It's not even that big of a deal. It's like the trees in Pokemon Sword and Shield, how most of the rest of the game looks pretty nice, but, like, those trees just look terrible. As somebody who's like doing stuff in the game industry, kind of makes you even I have to wonder like how stuff like that gets through. But the bad stuff is now gone because now we get to see the moon in the background. It's super pretty. I like how this area looks. It looks so cool. This is such a pretty game. This is a big reason why I wanted to Let's Play this version of Tetris, because a lot of the other ones I really do enjoy, but there's not really much going on, so most of the stuff that I would be talking about would just be like repeated topics over and over again. Like, that's a big reason why Tetris 99, a full Let's Play that never worked out, and I just did that one Splatoon 2 video instead. So, there's just always something to talk about with the visuals in this game. That's a big reason why I wanted to Let's Play this game. Alright, let's move that down there. Over there, and let's move that over there. So we got 5 more blocks to clear, so let's continue onwards. Let's move that right there. And just 2 more to go. Let's do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We can have the Cinderella. I might be making more Disney references than usual because, you know, I work at Disney now, and that's always so fun. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk about work for a bit, and I apologize because work stories may seem a little bit boring, but I gotta say, I love my job. I just absolutely love the fact that I work at Disney now, and not just that, but it's my favorite Disney park at Disney World, and it's in Galaxy's Edge, and I love Star Wars, so that's just like all kinds of awesome and things like that. Like, I would have been happy with whatever position I got. Like, I would have been happy with whatever position I got when I got into the Disney College program, but the fact that it's that specifically, it's just awesome. For those of you who are curious, my role is mostly like the drink carts that you'll see when you go across Galaxy's Edge. Sometimes I'm also one of the seater people at Galaxy's Edge at Elko's Cantina, where guests come in and I'll show them to their seats and things like that. That one's also pretty fun, but I prefer the drink cart thing because, not just because, like, I just feel a little bit more comfortable on a cash register, but also because you have a lot more guests walking up to you asking for directions. And that's honestly probably like one of my favorite parts of the role, so that's something that's pretty amusing. But also, one of the other things that I gotta say that I really like about this is the fact that I get to see Chewbacca like every day. So that's just something that always makes me feel like a little kid whenever I see that. Like, hey, look, it's Chewbacca, it's super awesome. There's also Stormtroopers, and there's Rey, and there's Kylo Ren, it's super awesome. I just love that I get to like talk about this and things like that. Like, obviously, there's a lot about my role that I can't talk about, but things like that are okay, I think. Hopefully that's okay. And this right here is the first instance of something I was mentioning in the previous episode, how sometimes the levels can be very pretty, but they can also kind of blend into what you're trying to do, so this one's a little bit harder to look at. But the dolphins in the background are pretty cool. And saying dolphin and talking about the Disney resorts is making me think of the Dolphin Resort. A bit of a fun trivia fact about that is that the Dolphin Resort at Disney, a lot of people say that the statue looks more like a fish than a dolphin, but that's actually intentional because it's based off of the first drawings of what a dolphin was going to look like, or something along those lines. So basically, back in the days when dolphins were first discovered, back then it was hard for travelers to go see dolphins themselves because, you know, it was like ancient Greece or whatever. So the artists who were trying to draw the dolphins could only draw them based on vague descriptions from other people. So it ended up still looking more like a demonic fish than like a cute little dolphin. So that's the reason why at the Dolphin Resort at Disney, the dolphin statue looks more like a fish. So that's a pretty fun detail. I will say that the Dolphin and Swan Resorts are probably like my least favorite ones on property, at least in terms of how they handled their location, because sightlines are very important at Disney, and those ones kind of mess with the sightlines at Epcot specifically, because I can't really think of a good example right now, but like in World Showcase, there's some pavilions based off different countries across the world, but you can usually always see the Dolphin or Swan Resort no matter where you are in World Showcase, so that kind of just messes with the illusion, so that's something I'm not really all that fond of. But what is pretty cool is the fact that the Tower of Terror, you can also see that from Epcot. And the really cool thing about that one is that they used the back of the Tower of Terror to act as the Moroccan skyline for the Morocco Pavilion at World Showcase. So it kind of doubles as a haunted tower from the front, but a Morocco building from the back. It's really cool. If I had gotten into like, what's the term? If I had gone into like architecture and things like that, I would have definitely loved to have been on the teams responsible for working on things like that. But I'm not that much into architecture aside from Disney things, so that's probably a good idea that I decided not to go with that career choice. Alright, let's head over here. And I gotta say, I remember this stage being a lot faster than this, so I don't know why it's a bit slower, but what I do appreciate is just how pretty the background is. Oh, this is such a pretty game. Alright. I'm sorry, but the background is just kind of distracting because it's so pretty. You can see all the lights and things like that, and that's a big reason why I'm looking forward to editing these videos so that I can actually pay attention to the backgrounds. It's gonna be so fun. It's probably not gonna be the best spot for that, but it's the only one I could think of. Right there, right there, and that can go there. Aha! We did a thingamabob. Alright, now let's do the time warp again. It's been a while since I was able to record something that I did a musical reference. Man, I miss recording. So, like, it's been a little while since I've recorded stuff regularly, because, you know, new job and things like that. But I really do miss recording stuff on a regular basis, because I'd usually do at least like 2 recording sessions a week or something like that, at least 1 or 2. But now a couple of weeks go by between recording sessions and things like that, so that's a little bit on the unfortunate side, but you did kind of see this coming before I came here, so it's not like it's something I wasn't expecting or anything like that. Alright, let's do that right there. I'm going to save that one for later. We can place that there, and then we'll go there. Background is so pretty! Okay, I already finished editing the first couple episodes that I'm recording this one, so and I don't really want to go back and re-edit those ones, but if I had thought about this sooner, I would have had a counter on screen for every time I'd say this is such a pretty game. Because this game definitely would be one of the ones that like have the highest counter on that, even though this Let's Play is going to be less than 10 videos, but still. And I was going to do that with Breath of the Wild, but the thing with that one is that because of the structure of that Let's Play and how viewers can decide where they want to go at any time, having a counter like that wouldn't have worked out. So right there, go right there. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all, and now we are doomed for all eternity. No, we're good. It's all good. Stop panicking. What are you panicking about? It's all fine. Stop panicking! It's all good and dandy and all that fun stuff. I want that right there. It's right there. I'm trying to concentrate just a little bit more on the game so that I can do stuff. Man, let's playing a puzzle game is hard. I thought this would be like a simplistic project that wouldn't take too much effort to work on, but us playing a puzzle game is tricky. But that's one thing that I like about making Let's Plays like this, is I get to experiment with different kinds of genres and things like that, because as fun as it would be to just do Zelda and Splatoon all the time, it does get to a point where like I do want to try different things, because this is the part I was thinking of earlier when I remember going a lot faster. Okay, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can help the Cinderella right to do that. Okay, so right there. We can do this. It's all going to be good. Don't worry about the future, it's alright. I don't like how the things will appear in front of the thing. That was great grammar right there. Okay, we got this. It seems to be slowing down just a little bit. Now, let's do that. That didn't work out the way I was hoping it would. But this will. Alright! We finally made it through a level without dying. It only took 3 episodes. I'm still ashamed of myself that I died twice on the first episode in beginner mode. Oh boy. But that's going to be it for this episode of Tetris Effect. So thank you all so much for watching this video. In the next episode, we'll be taking care of Jeweled Veil. And next time, we need to gear to you. Oh yeah.